Hey y'all, it's me, Serena. Welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you here today. I have something a little different today. Usually I'm doing some subscription box unboxings and try-ons or shopping hauls and things like that. Today I'm bringing you something that I think you might be interested in. Are you a fan of luxury handbags and leather goods, but you don't necessarily have that luxury budget? Or maybe you do have some luxury items like I do, and you want to pull in some other items, but you don't necessarily want to spend the big bucks on some of these items, but you want to have that same look. Well, I have got some good news for you, because good old Walmart online has a couple of different vendors who are selling some really nice Louis Vuitton dupes. Now, when I say dupe, I don't mean a replica. What's the difference in a dupe and a replica? A replica is something that you buy down on Canal Street in New York City, if you've ever been there, or off some of these sketchy websites, you know. They are selling something and portraying it to be authentic. So it's an exact copy, down to the hardware, down to the logos, down to every little detail. It's an exact copy of the real thing. That's a replica, and those are illegal. There's a huge market for them, I know, but yeah, that's a whole nother topic. But yes, those are technically illegal because they do get busted from time to time, and you can't find them and whatever. I'm talking about dupes. Dupes are things that are very, very close to a designer item, but they lack the things that make it just an outright, you know, copycat. So they don't have the logo, or it may be a slightly different style or different size, or whatever the case may be. It's not a straight up copy that they're trying to portray as the real deal. And with these items that I found on Walmart, the biggest thing about them that they can be sold on a site like Walmart. These used to be on Amazon as well. I don't see them so much on Amazon as much anymore. Is they don't have a logo. There's nothing on these that say Louis Vuitton. There's no embossing on here that says Louis Vuitton. There's nothing on the hardware that says Louis Vuitton. You don't see Louis Vuitton anywhere on here. So these are inspired by designer items. So I have picked out 3 today that I want to go over with you and show you, and 2 I just received in the past week, and I'm really excited about these. I'm going to start with the oldest one. This is the little key pouch. This is by a company called Daisy Rose. And when I ordered this from Daisy Rose, they were on Amazon. I've had this for a few years, and it is a dupe of the Louis Vuitton key pouch, but it's actually a different size. This is larger than the original, the Louis Vuitton one, by a little bit. I'm not sure the exact measurements, but I know the Louis key pouch is slightly smaller, but the design is the same. The key apparatus here is the same. It just opens up and then clicks closed. I've never put my keys on this, but you could clip it to something, or you could put keys on it. I find this to be too big for keys. I like to just carry my key fob by itself. I just have my car key fob and, you know, a house key on it. And that way I can stick it in my pocket if I'm, you know, showing properties and I need to lock my car or something like that. I don't like having a big thing attached to my key. But you could, you know, if you don't mind that, you could attach your keys to this. And it has a zipper, and you can't even tuck your keys down inside it. I think that is the intended purpose of the key pouch. But what a lot of people use this for is anything but keys, and I'm one of those people. So if you watched my video about packing, you will have seen this little pouch, and it's low has a low stock right now, is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk today. But what I keep in here are, this is a little pillowcase that I keep Benadryl and Tylenol and stuff like that in it to carry with me. And then I have a couple of these individual Purell wipes in here. I have Band-Aids in here. I have I have some Sudafed in here. And I always carry some packets of Splenda with me because I drink my iced tea unsweetened, and I like to put a little Splenda in it. And so I always make sure I have my Splenda because I can't stand those other kind of sweeteners. So that is what I keep in mine, and this just stays in my purse. And that way I know where it is. If I need some medicine, if I need a Band-Aid, if I need my Splenda, I know that it's in this pouch. So it's coming really, really handy. And it's just a good way to contain those small items that you might want to carry in your purse, but you don't want to put it in a pocket, or you don't want loose out in your purse because it's just too small. This is a great little item for something like that. And if you don't want to keep that in it, this is also great for someone who, like a teenager, who they may just have one debit card and their ID, and that's the only cards that they carry around. You know, you can fit credit cards in here, and you can put cash and coins in here too. It's just whatever you want to use it for. This is just how I use mine. And I've had this, like I said, for a few years. I want to say I paid around $16, $17 for it. I will put the link to this item on the Walmart website. I'll put it in the description box down below. It comes in other patterns too, so if you don't want the one that looks like the Louis Vuitton dupe, you can get another pattern, but it's just a great little item. And to show you how it compares to a real item, I brought in one of my purses. So this is one of my favorite purses. This is the Louis Vuitton Sienna bag, and I got this for my 50th birthday. So I've had it a little over a year now, and but you can see how they look together. You know, the color may be a little bit off, but it's pretty darn close. But what you don't see on here is anything that says Louis Vuitton. Whereas, you know, on my purse, it's got the logo in a few places on here that says Louis Vuitton. This does not have that. That's what makes this a dupe and not fake. So the next thing I bought that, oh, and what I was going to say too, was really, unless you're all up in somebody's business and looking at them closely, and you know, I am somewhere at a restaurant or wherever, and I'm reaching in and pulling this out of my purse, and I've got this, are you going to know that this isn't real? No, not unless you're looking super duper closely and like I said, all up in somebody's business, and hopefully you're not doing that. Okay, the next item I got, this is a different brand, but it's also on Walmart's website, and the brand is called Richports. And this is a wallet, and it just came today. I've been waiting for it, and FedEx just dropped it off a little while ago. This wallet, you guys, it is huge. Hello, Coco. She just jumped up on this end of the couch. But I'll show you the reason that I got it. And I knew the size of it, or I thought I did, but when I opened it up, I was like, wow, that's even bigger than I thought it was. It's almost like a little clutch. Not quite, but here's the reason I got it. And just so you know, this is not a ripoff of any Louis Vuitton wallet. They do not make one that looks like this, okay? So the only thing that is a dupe about this wallet is this brown checkered pattern. I ordered it because I like what's on the inside, and this was $20 on Walmart website. So it comes with a snap across the top here, and then it opens up right here. There's a snap right here, and look at all those card slots. Can you believe it? And I don't think I can fill all this up. Oh, and this is Daisy Rose too. I misspoke. It says it right there. See, Daisy Rose. So this is Daisy Rose. This bag is the Richport. Sorry. So I don't know if I have this many cards, but I don't know about you, but it's not that I carry a ton of credit cards or anything like that, but I have my debit card. I have my business debit card. I have our Amex card that's like the emergencies card. You know, if something happens, I don't know, we're going to make a big purchase. We usually put it on Amex because it's through Delta and we get the Sky Miles, and we use those for travel when we take big trips. So anyway, I have Amex. I have my Costco card. I have my car insurance card. I have my health insurance, my dental, my vision. I have, my Belk card. I have my Nordstrom card. I have my Target debit card that you use to get 5% off at Target when you shop there. So it's just a lot of cards, and I have yet to find a wallet that I like that will accommodate all those cards in one place. Usually I keep my most used cards in the wallet, and then I'll have a secondary little something that I keep all the other cards in. And that's just kind of annoying. Sometimes it's inevitable, but ideally I'd have one wallet where all those things would fit without me having to dig through 2 different places looking for everything. So I saw this when I was looking at the Daisy Rose items on Walmart's website, and holy cow, there's an ID pocket right here, and then I counted, not including the ID pocket, there are 18 card slips. 18. So I haven't put my cards in here yet. I want to see how it all fits and if it will still close once I do that. I think that's why there are 2 snaps here, because it's probably going to be so fat once it gets all those cards in that I'm going to have to snap it on the top one instead of the bottom one, but that's okay. That is okay. And then in addition to all those card slots, each side of this thing has a zipper compartment. So I figure you could put bills in one side and then use the other side for change if you carry change. I don't really carry change anymore. I have a little change or a coin purse that I keep in my car, and anytime I get change back, I put it in this coin purse, and then I'll dump it into my son's piggy bank, every so often. But so you could put bills in one side and receipts in another. I always need a place in my wallet to keep receipts, especially with business, because lots of times, I'll be accumulating receipts, and I need a place to keep them protected and keep them separate until I take them out of my wallet and put them in the folder in my office, for my business receipts. So that's how I intend to use this. I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, this just came today, and just to show you again how it looks next to the real deal. Very similar. Once again, though, you don't have anything on this one that says Louis Vuitton, but I mean, it doesn't feel exactly the same, but I mean, it looks the same for all intents and purposes. And like I said, if I'm sitting at a restaurant or I'm at a checkout and I have my purse and, I pull this out to pay with, unless you're a Louis aficionado like I am, and you know that they don't make a wallet that looks like this, who's going to know the difference? And it's none of their business anyway. I bought this. I probably would have bought this no matter what the pattern, because holy cow, look at all those card slots. But the fact that it matches some of my purses is just a bonus. So, and this was $20, if I didn't mention that before. So, and here's a real Louis wallet. This is a small little wallet, and I forget the name of this one, but you can see even on the small leather goods, you've got the Louis logo on there. So they do fit that in even on the small items. And I do like this wallet, and I carry it if I carry a tiny purse that won't accommodate a big wallet like this. Okay, the big one, the big Mama Jamma. You know, I've wanted a Louis duffel bag for a long time, and maybe one day I will get one. But when I saw this one on the Walmart website, I had to get it because it was $60. 60 bucks. And this is by a company called Richports. So not Daisy Rose, it's a different company. And I know you can see some seams along here. That's because it came in a box and it was all folded up. And so I've got it stuffed full, trying to get the seams out. And I know they'll come out because this bag, when I got it, it came in a box all folded flat, and it had seams too. And just after a while, they fall out. So I know this will fall out as well. But let's talk about it. This thing is huge. This is a duffel bag. It's the Keep All. Is it the Louis Vuitton Keep All? I think so. And hold on just a minute. I'm going to get my tape measure and measure this so you can see exactly how big it is. Okay, I grabbed my tape measure, and let's measure this bad boy and see how big it is. So across the top, it is, it's kind of rumpled a little bit. From seam to seam, it's 20 inches. Mine's just a little bit fuller than that because I've got it crammed full and it's kind of smushed. But yeah, from seam to seam, it's 20 inches across, and then it's about 12 inches tall and 12 inches wide as well. So 12 by 12 by 20. That's the size of it. Now, the fabric on this, or the canvas, pretty close, you know, pretty darn close. If you look super closely, you know, you might see a little discrepancy. One may be a little bit more yellow than the other, but I mean, pretty darn close as far as matching the tone of the pattern. The handles, you know, when you get Louis Vuittons, the handles are super light anyway. They are more of this color, and then they turn the longer you carry them and have them. The vachetta leather just, you know, seasons or ages to a different patina. So if it's brand new, it does look super light like this. Now, one thing I will say that I noticed is these handles, see how movable and pliable they are? The real ones, well, I guess they do. But what I'm trying to say is where I see the biggest difference is in the handles. Upon close inspection, these handles, you can tell they're fake, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Because just the detail on the real ones, the stitching, everything is just much neater, much more polished looking than on this. But, you know, this is $60 versus $2,000 or whatever, so, you know. The hardware on top looks good. It looks just like the zipper on my Louis, except it doesn't have the LV embossed in it, and it's a nice weight. You know, it doesn't feel like a really cheap flimsy zipper pull. And the zipper itself functions nicely. It feels like a nice heavy duty zipper, so that's good. The one thing that I was really disappointed with is the strap. I mean, I was glad that it came with a strap to carry on your shoulder, but this is where you can look and really see the lack of quality. I mean, this is obviously plastic or vinyl or whatever. It's not a good imitation leather. It's got these weird creases in it where it was folded up inside the bag. And, you know, I don't know how it's going to hold up, but I'm not going to be carrying this every day. And honestly, like I said, unless you're all up in somebody's business, are you really going to be looking closely at their strap to see if it has these little wrinkles on it, or to see what the stitching looks like? As long as this holds up, that's what I care about. So it does have the rings on the side like on the real one. They're not as They're about the same thickness, but they're not as heavy. It's got the same, or a similar, it's not the same, it's got a similar clasp here, hook that hooks onto the rings. And I'm going to show you, or give you an idea of just how much will fit inside this thing. This is definitely a weekend bag. You can put, you know, a couple of days worth of clothes in here and all your toiletries. But I've got it crammed full of items, like I said, trying to puff it out and get rid of these seams. So I'm going to unpack it for you and show you what all I put in here. And it zips just fine. Okay, so let's see. I don't even remember what all I put in here. But I want to show you the inside of it, so I've got to take all this stuff out. Okay, so here's a blanket. This is like a big throw blanket. And then here's another fleece throw blanket that's got some snowmen on it. That was in there. And then I've got, oh yeah, I've got a couple of down pillow forms in there. I use the down ones because you can really, you know, squish these and shape them any way you need to. So there's one. And here's the other one. So I had two, and these are like, they're bigger than lumbar pillows. I don't know, how big are these? I don't know if y'all care, but I'm interested now just to give you some perspective. Let's see, these are 20 by 12 probably, yeah. These pillow forms are 20 by 12 down, and I had two of those in there and two big fluffy fleece blankets. So if all that will fit inside this bag, and here's what it looks like kind of deflated. So you can fold it up, you know, and put it wherever you're gonna store it. This is how it came. It was folded and then folded again. But on the inside, it's got the lining that looks like the lining of a lot of the Louis bags. Now, my Speedy bag here does not have that lining. It's just got the tan lining. This Sienna bag, however, well, it doesn't have that pattern either. It's just red. I have a Neverfull in this color, and it has this lining in it, the striped lining with a pattern in there. So that's what is in this one. And then it has one little zipper pouch over to this side. It's just one little tiny zipper pocket. So there it is. And I'm going to stuff it full again and kind of model this for you and give you an idea of what it looks like when you're carrying it. Okay, so tell me if you saw me in the airport or wherever, and I had my purse and I had my duffel bag here from a distance. Do you know which one's which? Do they both look legit? What do you think? And now with me carrying it, you can see how big this thing is. And you know what? Even if it's not real, it's a very functional duffel bag. And if ever I get the real one, I'll just give this to one of my daughters, you know, and let them throw it around because it was 60 bucks. So what do I care? I mean, not that I don't care, it's $60, but you know what I'm saying? If something happens to it, I'm not going to be devastated. And we'll see how it holds up. Once I take this on a trip and I'm like carrying it through an airport, you know, if one of these comes off the bag and it breaks, then we have a problem. You know, if that happens the first time I carry it, that would be bad. Hopefully that won't happen. But just from a look standpoint, what do you guys think? I mean, $60 as opposed to, I don't know what these are running now, probably close to $2,000 or maybe more. I don't know. I haven't priced them lately. But yeah, here you go. Bougie on a budget. So there you go, 3 items. If you want this look, but you have more of a Walmart budget, then get on Walmart.com. Look for Daisy Rose and Richports. I've shown you a little pouch, a nice size wallet, and a huge duffel bag. And there's other items out there too. They have like a backpack and some different handbag styles. They have the tote bag, the Never Full. They have a version of that and some other bags I can't remember, but I will put a link to these items that I've shown you today, and then you can just search that brand on the Walmart website and see what all they have. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope this was some good information for you guys in case you didn't know about these brands. Take a look. It may be just what you're looking for. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. And until I see you next time, have a stylish day. Bye-bye.